Hi everyone, baking post-Pesach chametz, spring ice skating in Jerusalem, the Cotton Way, the King City theme park, an Israeli teaching U.S. security forces how to battle terror, and a moving musical clip in honor of Holocaust Memorial Day. Let's get started. Shalom and welcome to Israeli Salad. It's been a long time since the end of Pesach, Passover, and we're already back to eating bread, macaroni, and other leavened products. The night after the end of Pesach is well known for crowded bakeries selling their freshly baked products. Here's an early morning visit to one of the bakeries in Israel, the morning after Pesach. Before the sun comes up, the flour delivery arrives at the Bagel factory. The kashrut supervisor is an early bird today, as he makes sure that the flour has the appropriate kashrut certifications. Shortly after midnight, the first delivery arrives, and here it says that the flour was ground after Passover. The second truck arrives at 5:30 in the morning. They work non-stop until late afternoon. The first stop is the flour sifter, and then we reach the mixer. The next kashrut-related stage is the separation of challah, the portion that in the time of the Holy Temple was given to the holy priests. In no time, we spot the first post-Pesach pretzel.
אני חושב שבין שאר הדברים הנפלאים של הדת היהודית, מועדי החגים, המשך שלהם, הזמינות שלהם, חג הפסח ביניהם.
I think that among all the beautiful aspects of the Jewish religion, there are the festivals, including Passover, of course. We had a lot of activities here, cleaning the factory for Pesach. We had to clean all the facilities. We took a long vacation, but before that, we made sure that after Pesach we'd be able to get back into business as soon as possible. We're working for 10 hours already. Everything's working great. The 100% chametz pretzels hurry down the production line. As we wait for the pretzels, it's a good time to think about some of the ideas of chametz. The festival of Pesach, when it's forbidden to eat chametz, leavened products, lets us look at food as something that we must not take for granted. We must be able to limit ourselves from the earthly enjoyments of the world and understand that as humans, we are much more than just physical beings. Will there be snow? Will the capital be colored white? Well, it's kind of late for that already, and despite the hopes that this year Jerusalem would enjoy a day or two of snow, the white flakes did not come. But winter was brought to Jerusalem as a tourist attraction for the Pesach vacation. Take a look. In Israel, winter sports are seen as something foreign that you must travel far away to enjoy. The Jerusalem municipality decided that despite the warm spring that arrived in Israel, it's time to open a skating rink. It's a great sport. You can do it when you're young and when you're old. The whole family can participate. No, it's not scary. By the way, it's even kosher for Pesach. Ice in Jerusalem? Jerusalem doesn't even have a beach. It's the first time that we brought it to Jerusalem. Listen, 3 weeks ago it was supposed to snow. There was no snow, and so we decided to bring the snow and ice here. Now we're off to one of the tourist sites in Israel, an educational agricultural site called the Cotton Way. The large quantities of rain with which northern Israel was blessed throughout the weeks before Pesach did much good to the recently sowed cotton fields. The Cotton Way takes the visitors through the stages of the cotton, from the field to the sweater.
In the beginning, it's a plant with a flower. It begins as a seed and then it becomes a flower and then the fruit comes out. You know, many kids mix up cotton and wool.
The production process of cotton fascinates the young and old visitors. A visit to Kibbutz Hasiv completes this picture as the visitors see how the cotton becomes cloth. Here we also learn about the different kinds of cloths.
Woven material is made by interlacing horizontal and vertical threads, while knitted cloth is made with tiny loops of yarn.
And even the dollar has something to do with the world of cotton. Turns out that the kernel of the cotton flowers is used to produce money bills. And even though technology has improved since this machine was used, visitors enjoy actually feeling the production of cotton. King City Eilat, a Tanakh Bible Disney World. Well, the King City theme park still needs to improve and expand a lot in order to reach the level of Disney. Anyhow, here's a site that decided to use the worldwide methods of amusement parks in order to teach the stories of the Tanakh. After 4 years of designing and building, the King City Amusement Educational Park has opened. King City, in what looks like an ancient palace, is the largest theme park in Israel.
This is the newest attraction in town. It includes 4 parts, all relating to stories of the Tanakh, the Bible, the kings of the Tanakh, mainly King Solomon.
In the first attraction, the Illusion Cave, the visitors meet the world of technical and scientific illusions, everything under the influence of the great wisdom of King Solomon.
We have interactive games, mazes, computer games. We want to let you feel something from the wisdom of King Solomon. We want you to understand the connection between wisdom and games.
The next attraction takes us into the Tanakh itself as we enter the Bible Cave. As we proceed underground, we meet the stories of the Tanakh brought to life.
ויעבידו מצרים את בני ישראל בפרך, וימררו את חייהם בעבודה קשה, בחומר ובלבנים, ובכל עבודה בשדה. את כל עבודתם אשר עבדו בהם בפרך.
Although stalactite caves can be found throughout Israel, King City used Disney techniques and created an imitation of these artistic caves. Those were 2 of the 4 attractions of King City. We'll visit the other 2 attractions, the King's Rapids and the Journey to the Past, next time. Before we leave, it's important to mention that King City is 100% kosher.
The site is closed on Shabbat. A half hour after Shabbat, we come and reopen. The site observes the Shabbat and the restaurants are kosher.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
We'll be ending today's program with a moving musical clip, but first, our good news update. Mark Kaplan is in the news studio. Mark, I understand you're on the phone with Florida.
Well, actually, Yoni, not on the phone with Florida. South Africa. This guy was in Florida, and he's now joining us. This is a counterterrorism expert who was once an Israeli police officer. Retired Detective Staff Sergeant Major Mark Kahlberg was in South Florida to train police in anti-terrorism and crime-fighting techniques. Shalom, Mark.
Shalom.
So, what can you tell us about the secure zone idea that you developed?
Oh, basically, it's a whole system of cooperation between different agencies, private security, private businesses, getting people working together. We've been able to counter and to thwart, I believe, between 70 and 80% of terror attacks, combining the different agencies in Israel. And I think because the United States is so big and there's so many agencies, that our system sort of works being a national police makes life a little bit easier. And what I did basically was get the community involved, once you have the community and the private sector working together with the law enforcement, things actually work.
Okay, in Israel, you served on the Netanya police force. Now, unfortunately, you have experience in dealing with terrorism. How do the local police personnel in Florida relate to your experience?
Well, there are a lot of questions being asked all the time. Obviously, the United States is very interested in Israel. We have, unfortunately, been having terror for so many years. Over the years, I've seen many different attacks happening. And obviously, we work to prevent this. I think basically what started making me more motivated is after the Pal Cartel in 2002, just at this time, Pesach 2002. It always brings back memories. I think about the Pal Cartel every single day of my life.
Mark, tell me, do you feel proud to represent Israel as an Israeli, even though you're not there as an official representative of the State of Israel?
I was born in South Africa a long time ago, 1963. In fact, I'm talking to you from South Africa right now. All my life, as a child growing up from Bar Mitzvah, I always wanted to come to Israel. And until I got to a legal sort of age where I said to my parents, I'm leaving to go to Israel and do my part in Israel, which I did. I always feel proud of Israel, and I'm not a representative of any agency in Israel, any police agency. I'm a private person today. I'm very proud of Israel. I'm very Israeli. I've been living in Israel since 1986. I'm going to keep living in Israel. I'll never take my family out of Israel. I've got 3 kids living in Israel. Israel for me is home.
Retired Detective Staff Sergeant Major Mark Kullberg, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, Yoni, the fact that the Israeli police have so much experience in dealing with terror is not good news, but our good news update for today is that that experience that he does have is being used to help others to fight terror. So back to you, Yoni.
Thanks, Mark. On Tuesday, April 25th, we mark the Holocaust Memorial Day. We'll end today's program with a song by musician Yehuda Dim. This song includes the famous melody to the words Ani Ma'amin. This tune was composed while Rabbi Azriel David Fastag was packed with thousands of other Jews in the wagons of death on the way to Auschwitz. The song had such an impact on the poor people crunched like sardines in the wagon that soon they were all singing this song with bitter tears. Now, if you listen to the melody, you can actually feel the tempo of a train rushing on the train tracks on the way to the death camp. While they were singing, Rabbi Fastag turned to 2 youths who were also in the cattle car and said to them, "If you take the risk and jump from the train and bring this song to the free world so that the generations to come will sing it and remember us, I promise you my part in the world to come." The 2 young men accepted and jumped. One was killed, but the second succeeded in escaping and brought the song to America, where the Rabbi of Mojitz, a Chassidut known for its love for music, saved the song from oblivion. The words say, "I believe with a complete belief in the coming of the Messiah, and even though he may tarry, I will wait for him whenever he comes." So let's end today's program with a big Amen from all of us here at INN TV Arutz Sheva. Shalom.
מסביב, איך הכל פה ירוק, והיער שותק בבושה. פה פזורות, אבנים, כמו נרות נשמה, זאת רבלינקה עולה לחישה. כמו שדה שנחרש אחרי הקציר, כאילו לא צמח מעולם. ומתוך הדממה אושרות אבנים, מה קרה בדרך לכאן? ושמיים שחורים מעליו. הוא התחיל לזמזם ובלחש ניגן, ובשקט הביטו עליו, וזולגות הדמעות ובוכים מלאכים, ופורחות אותיות באוויר. כשאני מאמין מגרונות יבשים, בוקע כמו רעם אדיר. אם יכול להיות שלפני שנגיע לשם באמת הוא יבוא, או אולי זה יקרה אחרי. והאבא בוכה, בן זה לא משנה, והנה העצים והאש. ואם לא ניפגש, אז תמשיך לבקש. יהודי עד הסוף מתעקש. שתק העולם וצמרות העצים דוממות. אל תיגעו במשיחי, זועקות אבנים מאירות עד היום כמו נרות. ואתה עוד תראה כשיבוא ויבנה, ויקומו זורעים בדמעה, ויחיו אבנים וישירו איתו גם מילים וגם מנגינה. המשיח אני מאמין.